The glare on my glasses is going to annoy me. But anyway, hello Machis. Welcome to another vlog. Today's a different sort of a vlog. It is what I eat in a day. Sorta kinda whatevs. We're just gonna go with the flow. Probably 48 hours or 72 hours. Because I try to stick to 2 meals a day. And the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because you guys have obviously watched my weight loss glow up video. So because I'm gonna do one, not especially, so I don't like leaving loose ends. So I decided, I've spoken about my relationship with food and so on and so forth, and how I found myself where I am, which is obviously a little bit smaller than I was about 4 to 5 years ago. So in this video, like I said, it's going to be 2 to 3 days about showing you what I eat. I'm not necessarily watching what I eat, but guys, I live alone, not live alone, but I cook for myself type of thing. So ultimately, I'm not inspired to cook for myself. The last time I actually was constantly cooking is when I was dating, because that is what I love doing for my loved one, is cooking. Like, that is me showing you that I love you, is cooking meals for you, because that's how I grew up. That's how home was home, when there's a warm meal on the stove. So because I cook for myself, there's been zero inspo. So I just eat in order to for sustenance. I eat for sustenance now. My relationship with food is toxic. It's a toxic relationship. But what I try to do out of everything, on a serious note, is to not watch my calories per se, but I want to run in a calorie deficit. I think for a woman my age, the recommended calorie intake per day is about 2,000, especially because I don't work out. So that's why I keep it to 2 meals a day. Some people would call it intermittent fasting. As a result, it's 10:30 now, because I had a very, very slow morning. I was editing and just tossing around my bed. It's Sunday, guys, you know what I mean? And I was just prepping and planning for the week ahead. But anyway, I don't want this intro to run very long. So it is 10:30 now, something to 11. So I'm gonna have my first meal, and it's a Sunday. So Sunday, because I'm a student, I like to bulk or meal prep. As long as terminologies, I'm using them very loosely. Please just be cognizant of that. I'm using them very loosely, but you'll see. And this is how I've maintained my weight gain, or even lost more. But yeah, you'll see. I'm hoping it's not going to be too mundane. I'll try and make it interesting. I'll also be including the recipes and so on and so forth. So yeah, guys, let's go into our first meal of the day. As you guys know, if you watched my previous vlogs, you guys know that I have been smoothing like a maniac. Got over it very quickly after like 3 months. I'm gonna go back to it, but I've just decided to introduce some granola, which is a lot of fiber, into my diet. So I'm just go with the jungle. Usually cinnamon granola. It's got sugar, so I don't have to add sugar. That's what I like. And guys, I'm local. Life is about enjoying. So I just pour like quite a substantial amount, because I'm only going to eat later on today. So I use that. Yeah, that's literally it. Then I use full cream milk. I don't like the taste of low fat milk, and yeah, I'm not lactose intolerant, and nothing like that. So that is basically our meal for today. Then also what I do, guys, I have this sippy cup from Jet. I got it from Jet. So I fill it up with water. This is from the morning. It's 500 ml, so I can measure myself very nicely. So if I drink 4 of these, this is 2 liters. But I like going for 2 or 3, because come on, guys, it's a lot. So I'm probably gonna have a late lunch today. Don't ask me, guys, as much as I mentioned calories, don't ask me how much calories this is. I don't necessarily look like that, but my watching calories is very top level and very superficial and very uneducated, you know what I mean? And I'm using that term loosely, like I said. If it doesn't feel fattish to me, then it's not fattish. I know there's hidden fat, there's hidden sugars, carbs, all that stuff, I know, guys. But when it comes to maintaining your weight or losing weight, do what works for you. like I said in my previous video, do what works for you, because this is not I want to lose weight drastically in a month or 2 months or 3 months. This is the rest of your life. So the decisions you make every single day will culminate to a good and positive result. So because I've had, like, it's like 11 o'clock, like I said, or 10:30, I'm probably gonna have my next meal at like 2 o'clock. If I have a snack, I'll obviously show you. But yeah, this is Berkey. The time now is around about 1:30, something to 2. Naturally I'm feeling a bit peckish because my last meal was like 2 hours ago or so. So I'm just snacking on the goat of all yogurts. I usually go for the Woolies Greek yogurt or plain yogurt, but I just decided to spoil myself this month, and then I got these. There's just a little bit left, so hence I'm not taking out the tub. There's just a little bit left, so I'm just gonna have that. So this should tide me over until like later on, because it's very filling because it's double cream. Anyway, it's a little while later now. I think it's something 2-3. I just woke up from a nap. I'm rewatching How to Get Away with Murder because I think I'm on season 3. So I passed out watching that, but now I think I should get cracking with the cooking, primarily because I'll find myself wanting. I don't want to lose light for you guys, and also I don't want to eat late because I'm making something from scratch. This is the meal prep I was talking about. But anyway, the start of my week, or it's not every week, guys, because some weeks I'll have like veggies and chicken, but my relationship with meat is just the fact that I have to cook it and there's blood and what I'm saying. But when I feel like having chicken, I'll pop it in the oven and roast it, and then I'll put some veggies in a pot and then steam them, and then add some white sauce and stuff like that, just regular stuff, and then have some potatoes on the side. But this week, since I'm going back to school heavily, I've decided to just batch make tortillas. It's basically wraps, so it's just flour and water and some spices, and then you just pop it into the pan to fry it. So for me, because I've forgotten bread for the past 2 years, I don't eat bread anymore. I don't eat rice, I don't eat pasta and stuff like that. Truth be spoken, also your protein, your and veggies, you don't get full all the way. I think our minds have been trained on our show, but this Dutch type of thing. So this works for me. I'm not saying it's healthier, but it's more filling, and I don't know, it's more comforting, I'd say. You have an option of using brown flour, which I also have, but I'll show you when we get into the kitchen. You have an option of using brown flour, but this week I'm going to be using white flour primarily because my period is imminent and I do need some comfort food. These wraps are so important in my diet, primarily because it substitutes hunger, and also they can take so many forms, as you'll see during the week. So let's get into the kitchen. I've been talking for far too long. I don't know how well this angle is working for you guys, but anyway, as you can hear, I've brought water slightly to the boil, and this is the other alternative that I use when I'm feeling extra healthy. So it's just this brand rich self-raising wheat flour, which we're not going to use today, definitely. So I just got this white self-raising. It doesn't have to be self-raising, but I just prefer that. I don't measure it, guys, but my ancestors are going to tell me when to stop. So I just have a mixing bowl in here. Take this out of the shot, and I just pour some. Just about, I think that's about a cup and a half. Yeah, about a cup and a half. Then I take a bit of salt. That's about a teaspoon. Then I put in a lot of black pepper because I just like it when it's peppery. So that's about a tablespoon of pepper. Then I also use mixed herbs. Also like a bit. They finish now. So that's fine. I think I'll just put in a little bit more salt. Then what I do is I take a bit of oil I have to buy everything in like small portions, guys, because living alone is the ghetto. If I buy the big one, because I don't use it frequently, it just goes rancid. So I just put a bit of oil, about a teaspoon, and some semi-boiled water to fill up my cup. And I will do this and then add like half at first and then just stir it in. Just as you go. A couple of minutes later, about 10 minutes later, so my dough is nice and rested. So I'm going to show you guys before I decided to make my own wrap, what I was substituting bread with, and they are absolutely hideous. So I don't eat those anymore. Then what we're going to need is a pan, obviously, and some oil, and because our surface is corrugated or has got ridges, I opt to roll out the the wraps on this chopping board. This is my rolling pin, guys, because I'm not gonna bother myself, guys. I usually wash and go, but because this is a small surface area, I can't be working with flour and there's water and it's just gonna be gunk and I'm gonna get disgusted. So I like this to be clean and then I'll wash everything when I'm done. So let's roll out some wraps. So the first thing I do is take like a bit of flour, that's why I didn't put it back, and just dust my surface that I'm gonna be working on. Then just play around with my dough to bring it back to life. Put some water in here. And then what I do is I try size and divide it by 2. Then divide that half in half again. Then divide this half in half again. Then take this and divide it into half. So we get golf ball, because it's not a tennis ball size, so it's golf ball. Then all the way. I usually can for about 8 or 10, but this bowl usually allows me to make 8. They're obviously not uniform. This is rustic cooking. There's no measurements, as you guys saw. I just did it with my heart. That's what makes cooking fun. So I just take one bowl, and you guys saw the surface is clean because I wiped it down with some soap. So I press this thing down, first of all, on both sides on the floured surface. Then I grab my trusty roller. This is literally a bottle of hot sauce. It's obviously taken a different form. I haven't even thrown it away, but it stays in the fridge. So I keep swapping that around. So the thing is here is to get it as thin and as flat as possible. So this is as thin as it gets, so it's nice and thin. It's as big as the chopping board. I'm happy with this size primarily because I'm not using a very big pan, and obviously I'm restricted by my cutting board. So these balls come up to this flat. So I put this aside. Ordinarily I would have had this hot stove on now and a bit of oil then and just toss this in here, but because I'm showing you guys, I'm gonna carry on doing this and then I'll show you when I'm frying. You guys are on the stove, so I will check you guys on the flip. I want your oil to be scorching hot, and also be mindful of how much flour you use because you don't want a floury wrap. So that's the first one in. My heat is medium heat. Got 5,000 more to go, but is that cool? I'll show you guys the finished product now. I'm using, so because I'm using self-raising flour, they're getting little pockets of air. Look at what's happening. But it's fine. It's all part of the color that I'm looking for. Don't worry about the bubbles. They will deflate as soon as I take it out. But it looks so pretty, doesn't it? Can't wait to eat. Really, really mimicking pita bread. I should find a recipe for pita bread and actually try it out because I think I'm onto something. This is what's going to go into our wrap. This is just chicken schnitzel that I got from Spa. This is the meat, most of the meat that I eat because it's already pre-cooked. There's no blood for me to handle. There's no rank smells of blood that I need to like whiffed through. So I'm just gonna pop these in the oven. Then we're gonna put our wrap together. Otherwise, the nose is okay. This one is also ready. So I have about 8, which should last me for the week or until Wednesday or Thursday, depending how hungry I am. Because like I said, my period is coming, so I'm bound to eat more. And I'm gonna it down. Looks good, doesn't it? Forgot to mention in the morning when I was telling you about my water intake and how I take my water. It's not in water, guys. It's drank from the tap, and I don't buy bottled water because it's not sustainable for me. So I just put in like a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4 splashes of obviously lemon juice, and then I fill my sippy cup to the brim. That's how I take my water. And yeah, so the schnitzel is ready after 10 to 15 minutes, and then I just chopped up some English cucumbers, the baby cucumbers, the whole one. Ordinarily people put onions, they put lettuce, they put tomato, avo, and all that stuff. But I forgot all of that primarily because I understand as long as I understand about really right now. I have a mixture of mayo, milk, a bit of brown sugar, some mixed herbs, and lots of garlic. So it just looks like that. Then it is assemble. Myself some sugar-free Coke as well. I didn't finish up in the kitchen because my flatmate and his friends came back, and then it just became oaks. Became a better oaks. Like I said, guys, I do tomatoes. I can't eat tomato because then don't jabble in English. It leaves abrasion and inside of my mouth. So I just have this. I usually use lettuce, but I just didn't feel like buying lettuce because they came in 2. And if I buy the bag of leaves, they get spoiled, so I forgot that. Ever I'll have tomorrow morning. What other options do you usually put in a wrap? Whatever you want to put in, but this for me is satisfactory because I love cucumber. Anything in the watermelon family has my heart. So let's taste. The wraps are nice and soft. You can taste the pepper and the salt. It's nicely balanced. So I'm happy. Out of 10 out of 10 recommend. Definitely. I'm enjoy my dinners, and we'll catch up later. Actually, I'll see you guys tomorrow because this is the last meal of the day. It's like 4:30 already, so I don't eat after 7, and I don't usually feel peckish, so this is the last meal. Sorry for talking with food in my mouth, but yeah. Of what I eat in a day. That makes absolutely no sense. But the first thing you guys saw me do this morning was take my vitamins and have my first sippy cup of water. I didn't do too good on water yesterday because I don't like drinking a lot of water when I'm not doing anything to preoccupy my mind, because I will find myself living in the toilet. So um I'm catching up on some work, and then I'm having my first meal now. It's 9:30. So I'll just show you what I'm having. Nothing exciting. I literally just having granola and milk. So I'll have that, and then I'll catch up with you guys obviously when I am either having a snack or when I'm having my next meal, which should be in the next 2 hours or so. Later. Perfect every time. As you guys can see, the time now is what? Losing focus. It's 10 to, it's 12:16. So I'm having my midday snack and attending to my life, guys. Attending to my life. So pop in again. It's just popcorn, guys. Like, there's nothing to it. Beats having a packet of Simba chips or Doritos and stuff like that. I don't know how many calories, but it's a better alternative. I'm not gonna say healthier again, but a better alternative. And I'm just feeling peckish. I'm not really starving. Of today, it's a little bit after 3 something to 4. I've been in class back to back trying to catch up. Flatbread, eggs, they're much harder than I wanted them to be because I like my eggs oozing. Bacon, and then avil. I know it's breaky, guys, but whatever, this is what I feel like eating, and this is how I repurpose the rolls, the wraps as well, make it a breakfast bun or whatever the case is. Like I said, last meal of the day, so I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. My G's, and welcome to day 3 of what I eat in a day, which coincides with the last day. The time now is on that. In my instant coffee, in my iced coffee, I just put regular instant coffee and some sugar, and then I just put some boiled water, obviously dissolved the coffee, then put some ice cubes into my glass sippy cup, and then I put some milk, top it up with some milk. So that's it. Because it's kind of early and I don't want to eat right now, I need some energy because I've got a class right now. So let me just log on to that, and then we'll catch up when I eat again later. Time now is 9:46, so 9:45 just came out of class, and I'm just having a bowl of granola. Nothing exciting. At least I'm not like starving as in comparison to if I didn't have the coffee. So that really helped me, and I was able to concentrate in class. So yeah. Later. Sorry for not showing my face today, guys. I am a hot mess. I'm just so frazzled. The time now is 11:45, and I'm having morning snack, which is just a cup of yogurt. Today is Tuesday, and my day is filled. Like I knock off at 16:25, so I'm planning on making nachos tonight. So I don't know if I'll make them when class is out, or I'll take a break in between these two classes. Actually, there will be no break. But if I'm hungry again, I'll just make popcorn. So this is just my snack for now. Some double cream yogurt, hazelnut, double cream yogurt, the best. Hi, Juice. It's literally like 2 o'clock, I think now. I've just taken a break from class because baby girl is feeling peckish, so I just made another batch of popcorn. Just add a bit of some salt because obviously I'm only gonna be done 4:30 today, so I don't want to be too hungry when I have to cook. So that should be enough. So this is lunch. This angle is so tight, guys. I can't even see what I'm doing. And I also have to apologize, you guys, for not seeing my face today. It's just been one of those days. It's a little bit 10:04. I just came out of class, a long ass day. So now I'm going to be repurposing the wraps that we made on Sunday. I'm going to be making nacho chips. Yeah, well, I'm just going to cut these up in triangles. So because this is the last day, you could repurpose these wraps in many forms. As you can see, these are a little bit thick, so you could always make pizza. Just put some tomato sauce, cheese, your toppings, onion, green pepper, garlic, etc. Pop it in the oven and you for yourself a little mini pizza. So today we're making nachos, like I said. So what I'm going to do is try and make like wedges. I like them very like small, so I don't cut exact so that they can fry. At this point you can brush it with some garlic butter. Okay, not garlic butter but oil, because you want it to fry really. Yeah, well. Chips have been in the oven for like less than 10 minutes, I think 5. I like them crispy, so they look like that. Maybe a little bit burnt, but I don't mind. It's just the thinner ones. But I like them crunchy. Then what's gonna go into our tacos is obviously some red onion. You can use any sort of onion or spring onion if you have at your disposal. Some green pepper, and then these are chilies, but I took out the seeds because you're just playing yourself. Also lip soup. Then crushed garlic. It's already crushed for me because I love convenience. Tray of mince, and then grated cheese. That's how much I love convenience. I want it grated. Then our apple from yesterday, which we're gonna just mush up and make some guacamole. Then I just have some oil heating up on the oven. The stove top. So let's get it. safely to the end of what I eat in a day. Day 3. These are the nachos, guys, with the guac side. They came out absolutely beautiful. Granted, I could have put more wrap in it, but I just didn't feel like it. It's just one of those days. Imagine if I was married now, guys, with kids, and then supper would be on me. Die, perish. But anyway, guys, I hope I was able to help you guys with some new recipes. Whether you're a student, whether you live alone, these are just light meals. There's nothing heavy, but they work for me. So yeah, do what works for you too. Anyway, please don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.